As of August 28, 2024, Canada has ended the policy that allows visitors to apply for a work permit while in the country. This change is a significant setback for many immigrants, most of whom actually are from India. Hi, I'm Saiman Shetty, your host and founder of the Smart Green Card program, and today I want to share with you the latest changes in Canada's immigration policies and how they might impact your plans if you're thinking about moving to Canada. I don't usually share a lot of news from Canada, but a lot of people have asked me to talk about this, which is why I'm making this video. So if you're currently on a visitor visa as of August 28, 2024, you can no longer apply for a work permit from within Canada. To give you some context, during the pandemic, Canada introduced a special policy to help those who couldn't return to their home countries due to travel restrictions. And this policy allowed visitors in Canada to apply for work permits without really needing to leave the country. Plus, if you had a work permit in the last 12 months and switched to visitor status, you could still work legally while waiting for your new permit. And this made it easier for people to keep working while their paperwork was being processed as well. Initially, this policy was set to end on February 28th of 2025, but the Canadian government decided to stop it earlier. They are doing this to better manage the number of temporary residents in the country to address concerns that the policy was really being misused. So what happens if you already applied for a work permit under this policy though? Don't worry, if you submitted your application on or before August 28, 2024, it will still be processed as usual according to IRCC, which is the Canadian equivalent of USCIS. Now, can you still apply for a work permit while you are in Canada though? In most cases, if you are in Canada on a visitor visa, you can't really apply for a work permit inside the country. However, there are a few exceptions though. You might still qualify if you have a valid study or work permit and are eligible for a post-graduation work permit and need to change jobs under a work permit exempt category, or even hold a resident permit that is valid for 6 months for you or a family member. Recently, Canada also made these changes to its temporary foreign worker program to reduce the number of temporary foreign workers in the country. Starting September 26, 2024, the IRCC will pause processing some labor market impact assessment applications for low-wage jobs in areas with an unemployment rate of 6% or higher. These new rules will limit employers to hiring no more than 10% of their workforce from foreign workers. Additionally, the maximum employment term for low-wage foreign workers has been shortened from 2 years to 1 year. And these changes are part of rolling back the policies that were introduced during the pandemic. Many Indian students are now worried that they'll be forced to return to their home country due to new limits on permanent residency nominations and study permits as well. Over 70,000 graduates are now in a difficult situation, unsure of what their future in Canada will really look like. Now, why is this happening though? The Canadian government is facing huge pressure to address a housing and job crisis to reduce the number of temporary residents before next year's election. I'm sharing this information to keep you up to date on the latest changes in Canada's immigration system. And before we wrap up, if you are nearing the end of the H-1B period in the US, now is the perfect time to consider the EB-1A green card, which is currently having just a wait time of 2 years for Indians on paper and maybe much sooner if you already have a priority date, etc. Most people plan to move to Canada, try to find a new career there and uproot their careers in the US, settle for a much lesser pay and stuff like that. I don't want you to be one of those people. I want you to give the EB-1A a true shot and see if you can get it so that you don't need to uproot your career and your family's circumstances to move to Canada and then again plan to move back and stuff like that. There's a lot of logistics involved, especially for people with the commitments already in the US. It's not an advisable option from a mental peace standpoint as well. So one of the best things about the EB-1A green card is that you don't need an employer sponsorship or labor certification for it. You can file your EB-1A petition on your own with USCIS, which is a huge relief because you are not dependent on any employer drama. You're not dependent on any third party. It is all in your control. Wouldn't you like a situation where you're in control of your entire immigration journey? And that is real with the EB-1A green card. Plus, you can also reuse any existing EB-2 or EB-3 priority dates and use it towards your EB1A application to get your green card much quicker if you have any of those dates as well. So if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed with the EB1A requirements, I'm sure a lot of you have gone to the website of USCIS and checked out the EB1A requirements. Don't worry. If you have solid work experience, or maybe even if you're starting off, you likely already have used a good amount of experience in your work profile that you can reuse to build a strong EB1A profile as well. And if you need personalized support to craft a compelling EB1A profile, you should definitely check out our VIP plan on the Smart Green Card program. We are here to help you every step of the way in a much more handheld manner than you can do on your own. So you should join our YouTube community for daily insights. That is why you're watching this video. So I recommend that you subscribe to this channel. So subscribe for step-by-step guidance on achieving your EB1A goals. And thank you for watching this video until now. Until next time, this is Saiman Shetty signing off. Take care. Peace.